And then we get into the heavyweight boxing preview, as it is Dubois against Joshua. Interesting fight. Sakuragi himself in the chat says AJ by 8th round stoppage. I don't know. Like, so much of this points to Joshua winning. He is again, not minus 1,400, but he's a sizable favorite against Dubois here. He has won 4 in a row. He KO'd 2 of the last 4. One of them was Francis Ngannou, who I have a lot of respect for, but just didn't do it. What wasn't on that level on that night. And so that is a concern there for sure. And like the other guy, like the Otto Wallin and all that, I don't take it a whole lot seriously with Joshua. For Dubois, back-to-back KOs after a loss to Usyk. His last 12 wins have been by knockout. There is just, after the Ruiz fight, and even after he gets that win back, I still view that as Ruiz kind of enjoying the fruits of celebrity a little bit too much, more than Joshua being this dynamic fighter who was able to get it back on track, and then Usyk just stormed through him, which Usyk does to most. But I've just seen too many times now where Joshua has come up in big spots and failed. And I really think a lot of Dubois. And so Sakuragi feels like we'd get along really well. We have been getting along really well. There's a vibe going on here. I'm going to disagree. I think Dubois wins this fight. I think Dubois gets the knockout. I think he gets it done. And so my official pick here is Dubois to win straight up at plus 300 and Dubois by KO at plus 450. Okay, we had another UFC question here from Sakuragi before we bounce. Again, almost 2 hours on this thing. So thank you guys for hanging out. It has been a lot of fun hanging out with all of you guys so far here today. Zhang Wei Li, I believe, is who we are asking who should be up next. It like perpetually should be Tatiana Suarez. Suarez is such a good fighter and such a talented fighter. She just has not been able to stay healthy. Coming off of a win against Jessica Andrade over a year ago now, August 2023. She is scheduled to have a fight again coming up here in December. After that, just give it to her. Just do it. She should get the next title shot, or she should get a title shot. I think she has been the best in the sport for a really long time. And then aside from that, like, there isn't really an option out there for Zhang. So as you mentioned, like, could we do a champion versus champion fight? You absolutely could. I do think Fiorot deserves a title opportunity, and so to bypass her would be a little bit shitty. But I do think that because there isn't really that next one here in women's strawweight, there's an opportunity to maybe do a champion versus champion bout and go about it that way. So that certainly would be interesting and a good call there, Sakuragi. All right, again, you guys have been a blast. Thank you guys so much for this today. We got a few subs. That was so much fun to see. We are now over 100 for Twitch here. I greatly appreciate that. When does the good old Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight occur? That's in November. It's the Taylor Serrano fight around these parts. I don't like talking about Jake Paul all that much. But yes, that is in November.